We're going to talk about GarageBand today and the basics of GarageBand. So first off, when you get a new iMac, or get a new Mac at all, it comes with a suite of iMovie, iPhoto, iTunes, and if you have a DVD burner, iDVD, and GarageBand. And GarageBand is the music application that comes along with the program. So with GarageBand, you can do some really neat things, and you can make music for your movies, for your pictures, and even if you're not a trained musician, you can do a lot of really neat things with this product here. So first off, when it comes up, and, let's start with a new file. It comes up with basically you make a project. So I like using the dates just for me, and that way I keep organized what's going on. And I can pick the tempo if I want to change the tempo, the time, the key, and for right now I'm just going to stay in the key of C, 4/4 time, and 120 beats per minute. And then I'm going to hit create. And we'll give it a second, and it boots up. And I'll make it a little bit larger so we can see everything on here. Alright. So even if you don't have a keyboard that's hooked up to it, a MIDI keyboard hooked up to it, you can actually use a keyboard that's there. Well, first off, let's just go through and make a quick composition. I'm going to hit the little eyeball down here, which pops up all the different drums or guitars or whatnot. So we'll start off with a beat first, and I'll hit beats, and I can click on it to audition, and I click again to turn it off. So let's say that's the beat I like. I'm going to tap on it, I'm going to drag it up, and you see that little plus area there? I can put it on any measure that I want, but I'm going to start with on the downbeat on measure 1. And once I have it up there, I can make it shorter by going 50% and lower. I can make it smaller. If I go 50% and higher, see the little loop that's there? Now I can loop this for as long as I want. So let's say I wanted to do this for 16 full measures. So right on the downbeat on 17 is when I'll stop. I'll come find another beat, something for like my B theme to contrast, and I'll put that there. And I'll do the same thing. I'll loop that for 16 measures as well. And like most other Apple applications, if I click on something and hold down Option, and then I drag this a little bit, it makes a copy of it. And that way I got my ABA form going on there. What I like to do is do the crossfades, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase that by 1 measure there. And I'm going to click this little area right here, and that adds where I can control the volume on here. And I click once, twice, and I can pull that down like this. And I'm going to go ahead and push it back up to where it was, because that's the A theme is coming back in. And I'm going to click on this here and there, and that's going to have a nice little crossfade. So if I click up here at the top and hit play, so it mixes right directly into that next beat there. And I'll do the same thing over here. I'll increase that by 1 measure, and we'll do a crossfade out. I'll go ahead and put that back up there in case I do that again. And I'll click there, and we'll audition it. And at the end of the piece, I like to do kind of a fade out, and I can do a fade out that way pretty easily. Alright, so I'm going to hit reset down here, and that gets me back to where the kits are at. And when you get GarageBand, it comes with some standard loops on here. You can go on the internet and download more loops. You can go buy some more loops as well. So if I find synths, I can go say, well, there's some pads. Let's say I like that. So I like that one a little bit better for whatever reason. So let's say the first 4 measures I want to have just be drum beats, and then I'm going to come in with some type of pad. And we can see where it goes to there, on there. I'll do the same thing. I'm going to close that out there. I'll open that up, and I like to do a nice little smooth little fade in. Whoops. Yeah. If you make a mistake like that, you can usually if you double click on it. Now, in any case, just pull them down like that. That'll work. And so we'll hear the drum beat for a couple beats, and a nice fade into this. Okay, that's good. And I'll do a kind of a fade out on here since this is going to the B theme, and we'll use that one just for fun. Starting on the B theme. And you see this is a relatively short loop, so I'll just make that go for most of the B theme. And again, this crossfading thing helps out a lot, makes it sound a lot more smoother, especially if you're using this genre of music here. And we'll do a fade in like that, and golly, that'll work. And I'll fade out on this as well. Maybe do that just a touch more. And like I said before, if I want to use that again, I can click on it once, come down here on Option, hold down the Option button, and then drag it. And see how it makes a copy of it? And the option's on the typewriter or the keyboard, but I hate saying keyboard because you could potentially have a MIDI keyboard hooked to it. And I'll do that, and we'll do a crossfade in. And maybe it's a little bit softer than the last time, just to give it a little bit more contrast. And then I close that up on there, and I hit reset. And we got that. Just for fun, we can find some shakers. Just add a little spice towards the end. And I'll do the same thing with the shakers. Kind of get into it, and then we'll have that go a little bit further out. Do a fade out, kind of nice, smooth little fade out. So if we listen to the end of this. Here we want. So I'll listen to some of this, how this works. That gives you an idea how that sounds. And now this is the really neat part. Let's say that I can see exactly how long that is. So the end of this piece is 1 minute and 38 seconds. So let's say that's what I needed for my movie or whatever. If I needed to extend it more, I could do that. I can copy it some more. I can add another theme in there if I needed to. Well, let me show you how easy it is to make this into a CD. File, export to iTunes. It's mixing it down. Then iTunes is going to pop up in a moment. And remember the name of this is the date, 2/23/06. Yep. Kind of see how. And there it is. So I can make me a new playlist, and we'll call it today's date. Drag the file into there. Click on the playlist, hit burn disk, and that way we make a CD. So as easy as that. That's your first step into GarageBand.